was quite a fine day in May. I got in the car and went to pick up my friends Chad, Steve, Frank, and Colin. From there, we'd all head into town to the town of Mount Airy and go to the smoke shop that Steve liked. Steve claimed he wanted to try some new edibles, the Delta 9 kind.
Man, these things be getting me high as bitch,
said Steve. Alright, Steve, whatever you say. Anyway, I pick everyone up and we get on the highway and head into town. The time is currently around 1 in the afternoon. We pull into the smoke shop parking lot and went inside. As usual, we were the only customers there. It was quite silent, and we could all hear the sound of the cars faintly driving by on the road outside. The cashier was nowhere to be seen yet, so we went to take a look around at some of the items. They had everything from vape pods, cigars, and of course, the sketchy edibles that Steve wanted. But there was a bit of a catch.
Man, what the fuck is that shit?
Said Steve. Guys, we should probably just get out of here, I said. The reason I said that was because all of the products were kinda, off in a way. Instead of regular edibles, they were labeled things such as down the belt CBD and pipey vapes in the shape of penises.
Oh, I don't know, bro. Seeming to sketch me out a little bit. I think we should go somewhere else, said Chad.
Yeah, I kinda agree, Colin added. But Steve held firm. He was insistent on getting his edibles. Just then, I guess we waited around too long because the cashier working that day came out from the back to greet us.
Good afternoon, boys,
he said. Oh, no. It was the creepy clerk, the same guy from Manscaped Ernie. I had no idea how he got a job at the smoke shop of all places. Also, I had no idea how he knew that we'd be hanging out on that fine afternoon. How'd you know we'd be here? Colin demanded.
Oh, boys, I just met some special boys back in town, and I got fine butter. It's all homemade. I got some deals now,
said the creepy clerk. Oh no, we don't want anything to do with you and your creepy deals, and we definitely don't want anything to do with your homemade products. I had to agree with Colin on this one. The creepy clerk really isn't someone you should be associating with. But anyway, Steve insisted on getting something called the Poop Your Pants Out edibles, which apparently have like a laxative in them. Steve, is this a joke or something? Why the fuck are you getting those things, dude?
Man, I'm trying to get high off my ass tonight. I can't have no shit weighing me down. Fuck that.
Anyway, we pay and get back in the car, but there was another catch. So, we also saw the creepy clerk walking out of the smoke shop, and he was getting in his all-signature Ford Ruster. I rolled down my window and asked him, Bro, aren't you supposed to be working? Why are you following us?
Oh, boys, I'm clocking out early today. I made my money. I think how about we head on back to my place and try the edibles?
Oh, no. Listen, we're not doing that. Anyway, we did not want to stick around there any longer. We get in the car and speed off back down the highway towards the town of Boonesboro, Maryland. From there, we headed on into the woods, onto the Appalachian Trail. We hike up a gravel path and eventually make it to a little overlooking the beautiful countryside. However, we then discovered the third catch that day. We heard some rustling in the grass behind us. What could that be? Colin asked. Hey, what are you guys doing? I've heard stories around here, and I don't want to take any walk around there, said Colin.
I have to agree. I've heard stories too. There could be raccoons there. But man, you ought to be a biggest bitch,
Steve said to Frank.
I hit a raccoon with an axe every day. Besides, them edibles, nothing can hurt me, G,
said Steve. Oh, don't get so cocky now, Steve, Colin cautioned. Unfortunately, Colin would be right. The edibles seem to get Steve very cocky. It's funny though, because he hadn't even taken them yet. So anyway, fast forward 10 minutes later, we're chilling at the overlook, sipping on some Miller Lights. And just like a fine bros always like to do, Steve then went on to pop his Poop Your Pants edible. Just then, the rustling in the bushes from earlier came back. And this time, it wasn't just rustling. A chubby figure wearing a Hawaiian shirt along with a pair of short khaki shorts stepped out of the bushes. They were pear-shaped and had crazy afro-style hair in the shape like literally the shape of an elf bar. It was no one other than Herbert Ernie himself.
Hey, boys, ready for some edibles?
Herbert inquired. Herbert, what are you doing here? I said.
I heard my buddy, the creepy clerk, and he said it's some special boys. We're in town today.
Wait, what? How did the creepy clerk know we're coming out here? But we didn't have time for an answer, though. We looked to our right and heard the sound of a rusty motor coming from the path that we were just on. Then, a Ford Ruster rounded the bend of the trees. Oh yes, that meant the creepy clerk was indeed driving through the woods, by the way. Oh shit! A pit formed in our stomachs when the Ford Ruster then pulled up next to us. The driver rolled down their window to greet us.
Good afternoon, boys.
Oh no, this is bad. No, this is bad. Not good at all. No, said Colin, and I didn't blame him. It was just then that Steve's edible began kicking in.
Oh shit, man. Oh shit, got a shit, man.
Oh shit, Steve's about to shit his pants, I exclaimed. This was not a lie. Steve began, you know.
No, not my new jeans, G.
The shit was so bad that it stained his new white LeBrons.
Not the LeBrons, man.
Oh, man. That was bad, though. So, yeah.
Okay, it seems like you boys are really enjoying the edibles now. You know, I got some better goodies. Can always unveil real good goodies next.
So, yeah, we,
can pick up some different edibles and always get a little bumpy.
Oh shit, run, I exclaimed. The creepy clerk was not lying about trying an extra. I wouldn't call these edibles. In his mind, they were edibles. To Herbert and Frank, maybe they were edibles. And they were bumpy too, and not in a good way. Oh shit, run, I exclaimed. The reason being is because Herbert was now butt naked.
Come back here, boys. You know Mr. Never Fun Time. Right, boys, you already know that.
But yeah, we don't stick around. We book it back to the car and back to Steve's house, which was actually nearby. We ran upstairs to Steve's room and locked the door behind them. Steve obviously went to clean up in the bathroom, but the rest of us stayed still. An hour later, and we're all playing Clash Royale on our phones. That's when we heard the sound of an engine revving from out in Steve's driveway. Oh, come on, is it the same people? Said Colin. We'll look out the window and we were confirmed right. The creepy clerk and Herbert Ernie were now outside, still butt naked.
Well, come on out now, boys. I got some fine tunes. You know what? I call it stone rap.
Just then, the creepy clerk turned on a song. It was the all-signature song called Eddies of the Creepy. Here's how it went.
Oh, but I got my eddies now, boys. Yeah, my poopy boy. Oh, yeah.
Herbert said. That was it. The final straw. Colin got out his phone and called the cops. 5 minutes later, the popo arrived, and Herbert and the creepy clerk were taken away. Oh, just like as always, there was another catch. Apparently, Herbert had eaten an entire container of the creepy clerk's all-signature poopy edibles. So he was now brown in color, like his skin was flushed brown from taking so many edibles. Anyway, they were taken away, and we all went home traumatized that day and decided to call it a day early. That then concludes the Ernie edibles.